Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, guys. This is Burton's Daily. This is episode 3. Um, Other than the consistent yawns that has channeled through these episodes, this is a little bit different today. Um, Firstly, I'd probably say, um, um, bit by bit, we grow. You know, um, you grow no matter what. Like your body naturally is growing. You know. So no matter what, naturally growth happens. You just need to apply the same growth to whatever you want to do. So growth, um, from yesterday to today, um, we managed to find out a guy to liaise with in a hospital to confirm a hospital scene. So basically, to cover this bit, its locations. I needed to just double talk to people about the locations that I had because there's some public spaces that I needed to film in. So I just needed to confirm those locations with people. One, um, one location that has been confirmed, has well, it's been discussed. I just need to get the finalized details. But it seemed all promising and everything like that, and the price, which I don't know if there is still going to be a price. The thing might be taken away because of the cause of the film, which is the hospital. Uh, they spoke to them. They have what I need. They obviously, it's a hospital. It's an actual hospital. Um, and so that means that main problem is out of the way. It kind of reminds me of when I did another film and I needed a police station and I was trying to find a police station and it was semi-difficult, and then price became a main issue. But then thankfully I ended up um becoming blessed by some officers who actually were very great, and they gave me their own time on the day off to film in some empty cells for as long as I wanted to because they felt I deserved it, which was fantastic. Um, for the relationship that we built up. This was when I was a security guard, so I was indirectly liaised with them a bit more. Um, this time it was kind of thanks to me getting in touch with the company called Film London, who have access to a lot of contacts, um and they was able to help me with what I needed by putting me in touch with someone, and I just had to do the footwork. So that's one thing. Another thing was the shop, and I found a corner shop, and really, one thing my mom always has taught me, always, the number one thing I think, principle that she's taught me is, and you know what? I'm gonna title this by this name. It pays to live good with people. It pays to live good with people. Now, if you're from Caribbean descent, you understand clearly the wording of that, and it will make absolute sense of what I just said. But obviously, for someone that isn't, I'll just tweak it a bit just for clarification, just in case. It pays to live good with people basically means um, build good relationships, character, and reputation with the people that you meet. I'm sorry, my alarm's going off because obviously it's in the morning. This is my second alarm, so I got my first one. Usually I kind of leave the second sometimes and maybe hit the third, but I got the first tonight, this morning, sorry. And look at the suffering phone. She's trying to wake someone up and there's no one in that bed to wake up. But let me just turn this off. Give me one sec. Okay, so so we have uh a place to live good with people. Obviously, listen, like you can't help but then somehow go through life with some people not liking you and some people just walking away. You know, that's inevitable. You can't stop that, but you can always try and assure that with every relationship, every point of contact that you have with someone, that from your side is a point of genuine reference. Don't lie, just don't lie. Don't like tippy toe around someone or some people because you think they're the gateway to your next step. And then don't ignore someone or something because it doesn't seem like it's the gateway to your next step. You know? Kind of takes me on to my next point actually. Um, if and I'm talking about actors like that aren't even big, like actors that aren't surviving 100% off just acting. Like, and there can be some of them there, but I'm talking about them ones in particular. But there's even the ones that are relatively okay. Like, and now I've sent out broadcasts and stuff of this cast breakdown, the breakdown of all the characters that's in this film. I think I've done it for the past two weeks now. When I do my story on something like Instagram, like over 200 people at least see that sometimes, if not more. Usually it's more, but see that story, and I know a bunch of them are actors. A bunch of them. This is the same bunch of actors that will then go and complain about opportunity. This is the same bunch of actors that will go and complain and say there's no jobs and that people only want um certain people. For example, only want white characters or only want black Nigerian characters. Like I don't know, like obviously like there's specifics somewhere sometimes. I purposefully wrote these characters where there's no race. Purposefully. Purposefully when looking for cast and crew, identified no race or no trade or nothing. Now, even on the crew end, the majority, if not all, of the people that wanted to be a part of my film are all white. Um, like one maybe was black or Asian. She seemed like she was mixed. That's why I say that I'm not confused about looking at someone. And like the cast wise, the men have been getting a bit more of their ideas to apply. But it's been a bit more balanced, I must say, from people I've never seen or known. Maybe one or two people that I know. But then you'll get these people that will complain in that way. Now, I'm an ambitious guy. I'm a very, very forward pushing person. Like, you would only have to look at the last 2 years of my life, and you can, or 3, 4 years, which you can see on my website. Google it. Google my name, Josh Burton, actor, whatever, or my previous film title, like newspaper articles, whatever. You'd be able to see these things that I've built, up over time, completely independently. I didn't get a big blockbuster film and then all these things were about me. No, I created my own self, 100% my creation projects, and then built from that in that way. Yet I don't see an application from some of these people. Why? Like, because the characters are strong. They're very strong. Like, the female characters, they're not dumb and blonde and stuff like that, and weak, or characters that don't seem like they've got a grip. The story, the synopsis is a powerful synopsis, which means it's going to be led by a powerful story. You know, yeah, the thing that you can be skeptical about is, can this guy write or can he not write? Of course, you can be skeptical, but that's the problem. That's the problem. Skepticism, second guessing. Should I? Should I not? Maybe. That's the problem. That's the very problem. Is why most people don't actually fully achieve what they want, because this second guessing, this skepticism, this thinking about it too much, this double taking, this maybe, maybe not. It's why sometimes you get up late. It's why sometimes you don't go for the love of your life. It's why sometimes you miss an opportunity because you don't take it when you first saw it and you really want it. Then you don't do it. It's why that sometimes happens. You know, and more, like, the thing is, I don't understand it, because had it been me on the other end, as I've done before with people with no reputation sometimes, but had it been me on the other end, I would have leaped. I'd have leaped, you know, because you can never know sometimes what that opportunity is gonna make you step to. I guarantee, if I changed one slight thing on there and it said paid job, people would have been flying like there's no tomorrow. Flying. Because there's too much value in money rather than opportunity. If I was a billionaire or millionaire, or just had a huge level of finance or investment at this point already, of course I'd be paying people more. But one thing I am promising, I have said I'm promising, is that the quality of the film we are making will be high. The quality of the film we are making will be high. I can't match yet to make the quality of pay that people are having to be high, or the standard in which you're working with. For example, trailers and stuff, or even if it's big or whatever, just like you getting paid like £500 a day or £250 a day or something like that. And it becomes more clearer and clearer that there's a lot of people which evidently I shouldn't be surprised by this, and I probably aren't, but not just in the acting or film world, but there's too many people that are not actually in it for the craft or the artistry. And not. They're really not. They talk like they are sometimes, or they pretend like they are. But really, they're just in it for the egotistical praise. That's all. And I'm not even trying to be rude, but some are. And you know, it's really important that if you feel that you are, you need to justify that for yourself now and get over it. You have to. You have to. Like, otherwise you're just gonna burn yourself and set yourself in a spiral that's just not gonna do you well. Like, I think the keys: honesty, be genuine, and just go for it. Just 100% go for it. You know, don't double take or double question or whatever. Because you know what, there's some beautiful and amazing audition tips that I've gotten, and I'm so happy. Like, it's such a unbelievable feeling to, because I got more today as well. It's such a great feeling to hear back people read your lines, and it was a fantastic and great feeling yesterday having printed out my film script. You know, just seeing that being born outside of the machine. Like, seriously, you need to just chase what you want, man. You need to just chase what you want. You really do. I was never a person that wrote. Like, I didn't grow up loving writing. Nah. I didn't grow up reading books all the time. I bought my first book. This is a joke. I bought my first book, and it was The Life of Walter Mitty, and it's a short story if you don't know. It's like 27 pages, the actual story. The film was like an hour or 2 hours, but the actual story of Walter Mitty is like 27 pages. And I bought that book just to read that book. It had a combination of stories, but even now I haven't I haven't read any other of those stories. I read the Walter Mitty one, and I was like, yeah, done it. I bought that book when I was 21 years old. That was my first book that I bought. Obviously, just some taking away from the fact of like things that textbooks that you have to get for school. So basically, books that weren't recommended or I had to get, books that I didn't have to get. This was the first time I just bought a book out of choice. 21. And now, being 21, this is the, technically I've written like 4 film scripts, but I haven't finished 3 of them, two of them. I haven't finished 2 of them. I practically did, but not. Sorry, not completely. But this one, I've done it. Like, I actually did it. The little bits that I need to just correct, like spelling, which I'm doing, and I would have done by the time um I actually have my first production meeting, which I'm intending to do in around 10 days time. Um, I'm hoping my timeline's gonna work properly for all I need for the finance of things. I'm hoping it's gonna work properly. Um, but yeah, we took another step forward, man. In a good way, we took another step forward. You know, the bank account's now jumped because I'm working like a dog recently, and still will be working like a dog, but um, no longer just on 160 as 170. I've now jumped back to like 560. I was around there before, but people were in need that really needed me, and like loved ones and stuff that I had to give up finance for. Um, but that can't happen now. I don't have it. It's almost like I have no money unless someone's literally dying. I don't have any. Um, and even then, I might have to say to them, "Listen, do you mind getting buried a little bit later?" I'm joking. It's so bad. Um, but yeah, back on 560. That's 1 week down. we'll have another 5 weeks. And the aim is 2K. So I mean, if I can go from 170 to 560 week one, if I keep if I keep this up for the next 5 weeks, I should be good. I should be more than good, and plus because I'm making some money from other avenues as well. I should be more than good. Just make sure I cut down my weekly spend and stuff. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm gonna leave it with. Is um I'm gonna leave that with the quote that I said. Make sure you live good with people. Make sure you live good with people. You know what I mean? It conducts a certain attitude to be like that, and it makes you then stop thinking about just yourself when it comes to things. Yes, you are the primary in what you want to achieve, but when you take yourself aside and you help someone do amazing, it will push you and it will create so much great character within yourself. So much genuineness, and I swear you'll feel so much more whole. People don't understand me in that way sometimes. They're like, how are you so confident? Some people, and that's through insecurity of their own, but you're so arrogant. But it's just like, I get confused some days, so it feels sad some days, but I don't feel empty or corrupted. So just always make sure you live good with people. So yeah, this is episode 3 of Burton's Daily. Hope you enjoy. And another thing, I have been keeping up with my Spanish. Unfortunately, because I had 4 hours sleep yesterday, I missed yesterday. But I'm about to do my lesson today, and I done it Monday. An hour a day of Spanish. That's something that I said I'm gonna do this year. For at least 6 months. And then I might change after that, or I might just continue it through for the whole 12 months. An hour a day of learning Spanish. By the end of this year, I should be easy. I should have that language down, easy. And that's what I wanted. All right, yeah, this is the end of episode 3, Burton's Daily. I guess if you make it to the end of this tape, please make sure you live good with people. Thank you.